the year, sometimes some people have not achieved their goals, some have been achieved, some were too difficult and they're pushed to the next year. You can't do everything all at once. That's a big lie. The method that has worked for me very well has been. So once again, I'm Dr. Lisa Tumwine, and on this episode, I'll be talking about how do you set a goal and actually achieve that goal. Number one, we all have goals. We started this year with goals and probably came up with New Year's resolutions that you wanted to achieve. At the end of the year, sometimes some people have not achieved their goals, some have been achieved, some were too difficult and they're pushed to the next year. So once again, I'm Dr. Lisa Tumwine, and on this episode, I'll be talking about how do you set a goal and actually achieve that goal. Number one, the method that has worked for me very well has been to prioritize. Prioritize the most important thing. At the end of the day, you might not be able to do everything because we only have limited time and the abilities are so limited. So create a list of your goals and then arrange them in a hierarchical order. Which one is the most important and most relevant? Which one would be next? Which one would be going after that? And which one is the least important goal? Once you've ranked those goals according to hierarchy, then you will realize that not everything needed to be done at the moment. The ones that are least important, delegate them. Find someone around you that can do that thing and delegate it to them. The others, push them to a next time, a nearby time in the future when you'll be able to achieve that. And then focus on the high priority goals. Most of the people that have shown the greatest efficiency and have been successful, this is how they organize themselves. You can't do everything all at once. That's a big lie that you might be telling yourself. So it's time to rewrite the truth, to rewrite the lie and tell yourself the truth and prioritize. The next one is to actually write them down. So it's easy for you to keep a goal in your mind and think, oh, well, this year I'm going to do this. And you haven't written it down. You have no way to follow up or no one to be accountable to. In the end, you're going to fail to achieve that goal. But if you write that goal down in a notebook, a journal, and put it where you can see it and review that goal every single week or every single month or twice a month, whatever works for you, but not too large of a frequency. Sit down and review that goal. If you set probably educational goals or social goals for interacting or health goals, for example, every week, go back to the goal, open that part of your notebook, look at it and say, what is hindering me from achieving this goal? How much of the goal have I achieved? And then begin to address those things that might be hindering you. Oh, well, I said I would go for a run every single day and I haven't because my shoes are not comfortable. Okay, this week I am going to make sure that I get the right shoes that I can run in. So break it down and always go back and ask yourself, why am I failing to achieve this goal? And then solve the reason why you're failing to achieve that goal. And make sure that you keep on reviewing these goals and adjusting where necessary. Not always will we be able to achieve all our goals, but the most important thing is to keep on trying. And if you have an accountability structure whereby there's someone that's going to come and say, hey, you said you were going to work out. How many times did you work out? Or where are your blood pressure readings? And where is the monitor? How are you tracking your diet? And there's someone to hold you accountable. Then it becomes easier because at the end of the day, you're not going to keep giving them excuses and feel great about yourself. You'll feel terrible, and that will be a motivator, and them holding you accountable will push you to actually achieve those goals. So find a mentor, find someone you're comfortable with, find a coach. I am a coach and I usually help entrepreneurs to come to their best selves, especially along this journey that can be really taxing and draining. And so if you need any help in the entrepreneurial side of things and your business is stalling and you're having issues with your mental health, getting yourself focused, I am the right person for the job, and I am happy to help coach you along your journey and provide that accountability that you need. And the next one that I'm going to talk about that helps you achieve your goals is ranking the goals. Ranking the goals for me looks like this. So when I have this whole stack of things, of deliverables that I want to achieve probably by the end of the year, then I group them and rank them. I'll say probably these are fitness goals, and then I'll have another rank for health goals, then I'll have another rank for emotional goals. Where do I want to see my emotional health? Then I'll have another rank for mindset. So whatever it is for you at that particular time, rank your goals in that way, such that each and every one of them is being looked at objectively, specifically, and in a well broken down way. Which brings me to the next point: break those goals down. Saying I want to make, let's say, $1,000 is nice, but how? So break it down. So in order to make $1,000, are we talking about a week or a month? If that's maybe a week, then break it down. How much do I need to make every day in order to make $1,000 in a week? Break it down into an achievable chunk. And what do I have to do to get that money? So once a goal is broken down, then it's bite-sized. It's like trying to chew a big piece of pizza and shoving it all in your mouth. It's really hard to chew versus just cutting it up into bits and eating bit by bit in a size that is really comfortable, or biting it in bits that's comfortable for you. So breaking down goals into small achievable parts is something that has really helped me to achieve my goals. It has worked so well for me that at the beginning of the year, I set a goal, and then when I am evaluating every quarter, I realize that I've achieved all those goals. I have made new goals. I have achieved those ones and still made new ones to keep going. So depending on how fast you are at achieving your goals, you can still do your revisions and update your goals. I usually sit down every month to assess my goals, and then I also have a different category for a family where I sit with my family every month to assess family goals, such that at the end of the year, we are confident that whatever we set out at the beginning, we are on track to achieving it, or we have achieved it. And like I said, be kind to yourself. Not every goal must be perfectly achieved to the best of your abilities. Sometimes life is messy. So if you fail to achieve the goal, it's okay to adjust it into what suits you. It's okay to change the goal. Don't feel bad when you set out to probably run how many kilometers and now you are pregnant and you probably can't run. You can still adjust the goal and change it and say, now I can't run, but I'm going to eat healthy, or whatever it is for you. That's just an example. So whatever it is for you, or whatever situation you find yourself in, maybe you've relocated to a new place and you can't just do the friendships and the relationship goals, your social goals the way you were doing them before. Now you have to adjust. So be open and compassionate with yourself. Don't tell yourself that you're a failure because you did not achieve said specific goal. Remember that life is not perfect. It's messy, and that's what makes it beautiful. What makes life amazing and sweet is the fact that bitter exists. What makes water refreshing is the fact that thirst and dryness exist. So if you embrace life in its entirety, then your goals will just be an extension of yourself and a way for you to express the beauty of this life other than unachievable that must be met or else. So remember to take it slow, remember to rest, and lastly, appreciate yourself for the goals that you've been able to achieve. This is something that I didn't know at the beginning, and it cost me. It was so bad that I was burning out, and I was burning myself out because I was constantly chasing some goal, and I reached a point and I just hated it. Why? I had not incorporated the reward system. So now that I have learned it, I want you to know that when you are doing your goals, make sure you have a reward system whereby when you achieve a certain goal, you take the time to probably take yourself out or do yourself something nice as a form of reward for achieving that goal. Another way to stifle out the negatives are to tell yourself that if I do this, then I will allow myself probably to play video games to get that reward. So you can sandwich your goals into rewards to give yourself the motivation to do them. For example, if I read 5 pages of my book, then I'll get to stand up and probably go buy myself a sweet or eat food or, take a break, whatever it is that reward is for you. So if the reward is playing video games, so if I read 5 pages, then I get to play video games. So if you set your goals and sandwich them into your daily life, things that are really necessary for you, then you have your internal motivation to keep going. Usually when I am feeling exhausted and I want to just close my computer and end work, I tell myself, if I finish this task, then I get to go on a walk. And it can be something super easy, just like that. Like, hey, if you push on for the next 5 minutes, you get to take a break and go on a walk. And I promise you, I won't bother you today again. Then the motivation comes and I'm like, you know what, let me push for this extra 5 minutes so that I can go for my walk, or I can call my friend, or I can play video games, whatever that reward is for you. Utilize the reward system to get you motivated. But on days when you don't feel motivated, remember that not every day will you feel motivated. Not every day will you be geared up. Motivation is not a constant. What is a constant? Is action. Deliberate action, irrespective of how you feel, is going to get you to achieve your goals every single time. So even on days when you don't feel motivated, show up. Show up for you. Future you will thank you for the sacrifices that you are making today. God knows that there were moments when I woke up and I felt like not getting out of bed, but there were things that I had to get done. And right now I am grateful that I did those things back then when I said that I would, because now I'm at a level in my life that I wouldn't have been if I procrastinated them. So thank you so much for coming to the end of the video. Type in the comments which part of this discussion stood out for you. And in case you need someone to hold you accountable, do reach out to me and I'll be happy to help you along your journey. Till next time, bye.